fresh face. You're not from Corinus, are you? This is not a good time for travelers. Bandits everywhere, no work, and now the farmers. What winds have blown?
I'm looking for work.
Do you know anything about carpentry?
The only thing I can make out of wood is a fire.
And what about locks?
Well...
I'm sorry, but I can't use you if you know nothing about my trade. And I have no money to pay for an apprentice.
What if I want to start an apprenticeship with one of the other masters here?
All right, I shall give you my approval. But you had better get yourself the blessing of the gods first. Say, are you a man of faith?
Well, if you mean, do I say my prayers regularly?
I see. A man who does not ply his trade with the blessing of the gods will never receive my approval. Ask for the gods' forgiveness for your transgressions. Then go to Vatras, the priest of Adanos, and have him give you his blessing. He will tell you where you can find a priest of Innos. You should get his blessing too. Once you have received the blessing of the gods, I shall vote for you.
I've come about Gritta.
My niece? What's your business with her? This isn't about money, is it?
She owes 100 gold pieces to the merchant Matteo.
Tell me this isn't true. Ever since that little piece of work moved in with me, I've had nothing but trouble. She's in debt with practically every single merchant in town. I had to borrow 200 gold pieces from Lamar, the moneylender, just to settle her debts. And now this. Gritta should be in the house. Go ahead, ask her. But I tell you this, she doesn't have a single gold piece.
We shall see. So, you know a lot about locks.
What good is a fine chest without a fine lock? I make my own locks. That way, I can at least be sure I haven't. A poorly made lock is easy to break.
Can you sell me some lockpicks?
Well, all right, but they won't be of any use to you as long as you don't know how they work.
Can you teach me how to pick locks?
I don't know whether you can be trusted or not. For all I know, you might be one of those layabouts who only come to town to empty the chests of honest people. I'm not going to teach you anything before I'm convinced that you're an honest fellow.
What do you know about...
Not much. They arrived by ship too. Since then, they have withdrawn to... Nobody here really... Many are... I suppose, however, that...
Do you know anything about the Peasants' Rebellion?
Rumor has it that Onar, the landowner, has hired mercenaries to keep the king's troops from breathing down his neck. He was probably tired of having to throw his harvest along with his livestock at paladins and militia. All we notice of this in town is that the food prices keep rising. Onar's farm lies far to the east of here, and if you want to know more, ask the merchants in the...
Have you had an...
Yes, and not too...
And...
His name is Elvridge. I was quite pleased with him, actually, but one...
Where is...
How would I know? He kept hanging around that filthy brothel. I wouldn't be surprised if he's still warming the bed of some whore down there.
How long...
I guess it must be about...
Have you reported?
Of course I have. They were supposed to catch him and see to it that the lazy bones does his work. He can do whatever he wants. Sooner or later he'll realize he'll get no...
Is that so?
Nothing surprises me anymore.
That was quite obvious.
Welcome to my shop, stranger. I am Bosper. What brings you?
Really didn't deserve
I'm looking for work.
The last one just... Do you know anything?
Well,
I could teach you. I'll pay you well.
I can't believe that.
I need to...
With a paladin, you need to be as a stranger.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
Why did...
All he said was that it had become too dangerous. If you're really interested, his name is Bartok. He's probably... Go through the underpass from the smithy.
Not what I heard.
What if I want...
Herod and Matteo already... Constantino the alchemist is a loner. And as for Thorben, everyone knows. I, on the other hand, but no matter where you want to sign on, you need the approval.
Will I get...
All right, you work for me. That way, you can find out for you. And who knows? Maybe you'll let... If you're good enough to sign on with me,
He doesn't see that. I can't help it.
What do you want me to do for...
I will teach you how to skin an animal, and you will bring me. Then I'll know that you... If it doesn't take you forever, and if the skin... Or...
That's really not my problem.
Teach me how to skin animals.
Right. You take it, bring me...
Nothing surprises me.
Show me...
I already thought as much.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Don't say you didn't know that.
I'm not telling you anything new.
Hey, you're new?
Yes.
I've come from the mainland, and now I'm hanging around here. I'm almost out of golds, but I don't want to do that. I won't be slaughtered by those...
It was just like you said.
What can you tell me?
One of the paladins has taken command. He's trying to mobilize half the city in case the... But you need to be a citizen of the... As far as I know, if you're not a citizen, you can...
I'm not telling you anything new.
What else can you...
He has taken over the position of judge. If you cause any trouble in this town... I was once in a brawl with a citizen. He went crying to Lord Anj. That little matter. I was lucky that it happened at night. The more people complain about you...
Who did you fight?
With a fellow named Valentino. I'm not usually a violent person, but that guy need...
Has any...
You could say they robbed Bosper the bowmaker. The fellow just ambled into the shop and Bosper right after him, hollering, "Stop!"
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Will it ever change?
Hey, you, wait.
What do you want?
I've seen your face. Here, we found this picture on some bandits we picked up a few days. Apparently, those guys we're looking for.
Gee, I'd never have thought...
Very funny.
Ask them yourself. You've got them safely...
No, they're dead.
I guess we'll never know.
If you're in some kind of trouble, go talk to Lord...
Do you sell weapons?
Forget it. I have a commission for 100 swords.
I'm looking for work.
Brian will have finished his apprenticeship soon. Are you good for it?
If you mean, do I know...
No, that's sooner or later. The orcs are going to lay siege to the city. And then the only men... And I won't take on anyone as an apprentice who will disgrace me by fleeing the city with the women and the good-for-nothings, instead of holding...
I'm not a good-for-nothing.
Those are big words.
What are you getting at?
Bring me an orc's weapon. Orcs have been seen near the city. If you manage to bring one, provided the other
New in the city, huh?
What's it like?
Why do you ask? You want to...
Maybe.
But not because of Herod. He is a good man.
Why do you...
Because the people here are getting on my nerves. I still remember what a fuss. Really, every one of them... I want to decide for myself who...
Tell me more.
He's not in a very... A few days ago, they've even forbidden him. Now he slaves day and...
Can I buy?
Not really. The weapons that are made in this smithy are but if it has any...
What do you want? I wanted to have a look around. And where exactly? Has anything exciting? Not long ago, the city guards turned the entire harbor district. They were searching for stolen property. They're obviously trying to blame the... What interesting... There's a cat house here and a tavern. The landlord's name is Cardiff. If it's information, do you, need money? Are you giving it away? No, but right across the street here is the house of Lamar, the moneylender. I'm sure he'll give you a few gold pieces. You were... How's it going?
How much do you want?
What do you mean, how much?
I'm the moneylender, and you came to me. What could you want from me? Money of...
What can you...
You are now in... Where do you want to...
Thanks.
It's really not my problem. As if I didn't have enough problems. I doesn't believe everything he hears is gonna change. I couldn't. Nobody ever asked me.
Go away, don't tell me, Dad.
Hey, you!
What led you into this poor area? What are you looking for here?
You don't say.
I'm just looking around a bit.
Ha! Then you better. It would seem that we have a few thieves at the city guard.
But that's terrible.
What do you...
Nothing. But all the citizens don't get caught in strange. Yeah, you gotta.
These are bad.
Can you teach...
I'm forging a few fittings and nails and repairing iron pots. But I don't know enough about forging weapons to be able to instruct you. If you want to learn that, go see. But if you want to train your muscles a bit,
How much do you...
50 gold pieces.
Isn't it?
I want to try...
Good. We can get stuck.
I want to be...
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Nobody wants to know.
Don't tell this to anyone.
It can't go on like this forever.
Tell me that isn't true. You don't have to ask me that.
You look a little worse for wear. Haven't slept.
Too long, I should...
Come on, step closer. With me, you'll find what you're looking for.
You said that you've got what I need. Does that include information?
But of course, what?
I'm no better off myself.
What interest...
Well, if you're looking for some action, you can go down to You can hardly miss it. The guy standing by the entrance there will... Besides that, there's the large ship of the Paladins, the King's stately war galley. That one's really worth... You'll find it if you keep left at the quay, and then...
Show me your...
It was his decision. If he doesn't see that,
Hey! Show me...
it's just bad business. You can't rely on him. If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Hey, show me.
Is it really true?
Only in us decides what's right and wrong.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
I will never change.
Hey, you! Where you going? No matter what you're right in front of the Pearl of Corinthus. Sailors from the most remote corners of the world dock here just to... And now, it's you who has the chance. Nay, come on in, and you're going to...
Hey,
Hey, if you want to buy fish...
It's the first I've
can you tell?
Missing people? The sea is treacherous. Captains of large vessels. And if they don't find any volunteers...
Are you?
Me? No.
Do you know of anyone who's gone missing?
No idea.
tell me that isn't true.
What ship would that?
Good question.
It was quite obvious. I couldn't care less. You already know.
Are you the?
I am Bromo, this is my house, and if you like my girls too, and don't get the idea.
Are all your girls?
Of course they are. Or do you think I want to go to jail over?
I wasn't asking about your payroll. I mean, are they?
Oh yeah. Actually, one of my girls has off and left. I reported it to the militia too, but they claim they haven't found a trace of her yet.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
That was no big.
How long has Lucia been missing?
Several days. I don't know it. I assume she ran off with one of us. That bitch made off with part of my savings. If I get hold of her, so how is that any business of yours?
No idea. You tell me. That's exactly what I said, Lucas.
That's not what
Oh, you landlubber. You look a bit pale around. Never mind, my lad.
What are you doing?
Back when I was a young man. No big deal, not at all. But that old tower, I haven't been up there
Why not?
ever since these scallywags took over my lighthouse. I haven't dared get close. They're criminals from the Valley of Mine. There was this big bang on the other side of the mountains, and they swarmed all over the land like flies. Now they're hiding out everywhere. I think they're on the lookout for any ship they... let them.
Do you come to town often?
I always say a town is only... A harbor is the gate to the world. That's where everyone meets. Once the harbor goes to the dogs, the rest of the city...
Tell me about the harbor.
The harbor of Corinthus isn't what it used to be. There's nothing but riffraff hanging about. The ships don't come anymore, and trade...
So why don't you live?
Nobody would take an old sea dog. Most people think that old Jack's got the gout in his rotten old...
And are they?
balderdash. Once I've got those planks beneath me feet again...
What do you?
Look at them, the lazy rabble. Most of them don't even know what work is. I tell you, stay away.
Why are the?
They all say that once the war is over, everything will be like... I tell you, a sailor feels that in his blood, and I...
Talk to Bromar if...
He'd better shut up. Go away, don't tell me that. Don't tell this to anyone.
Hey,
I'm biz.
Nobody wants to.
I can't take care of everything for everyone.
hey, what?
Man, I'm busy.
Someone's gonna do the work.
That's not what I heard. Someone's seen it with my own eyes.
That's not what my husband thinks.
He says it's supposed to get worse.
He can't keep anything to himself.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Who says things like that?
Hey, I don't know you.
Yes. Do you mind?
You've got no business here, Ruck.
My own eyes.
Calm down. All I want to do is drink a beer.
Okay, but it'll cost you.
Trouble with my own eyes.
Forget it. You won't get a single coin.
Then I'll take everything you have.
Ah, a fight.
Ah, a fight.
Give it your all. Not bad.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Everybody knows by now.
That's what I've always said.
That's I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
And he wants my husband.
Hey!
Don't talk about it.
Yes.
You've got no...
Who says things like that?
Are you trying?
Sure, I'm a master at making...
Whack him! Whack him! Whack him! Whack him! Not bad.
I must be crazy. What are you doing here?
Hey, Larish, you old scoundrel. How did you get here?
I was able to escape to the Valley of Mines just in time, together with Lee and some of the other boys. You remember Lee, don't you?
He had better shut up.
Of course I remember Lee.
I got out of the colony with him then, just after the barrier was destroyed. He and his boys are now on the farm of Onar, the landowner. He made a deal with the farmer. He and his boys defend the farm, and Onar feeds them in return.
What I heard.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
These are bad times.
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate, and then follow the path towards the east. I can take you there if you want.
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the ship to sail without us.
Don't tell this to anyone.
What ship were you talking about?
It's on the open sea harbor, behind the cliffs. Lee and a few of his people really want to get away from here. But that could take a while.
Why?
You'd better ask Lee about that. If you meet him, he's got plans.
I must talk to the paladins, by any means.
What do you want from them?
They've got a powerful amulet, the Eye of Innos. I must have it.
And you think they'll give it to you? You'll never get into the upper end of town.
I'll find a way somehow.
Sure. If you want to ingratiate yourself with the citizens or play errand boy for the militia.
Really, how interesting.
Do you know why the paladins are here?
Nobody knows for sure. Lots of people think it's because of the orcs, but I think there's another reason. It probably has something to do with the old penal colony.
Can you teach me?
Sure. I can help you.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Teach me.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's been known a long time.
Anything's possible.
Nothing surprises me anymore.
What are you doing here?
My name is Brahim. I draw maps and sell them. Since you're new here, maybe you could use a map of the city? It's quite affordable and very useful until you know your way around.
I agree with you completely.
Is it true that some townspeople have simply vanished?
So I've heard, but I'm not sure whether it's really true. Just look around you. Does this Small wonder that...
Show me.
Will it ever change?
Those are all just rumors.
Come back.
That doesn't surprise me.
Hey, you!
You have to feel sorry.
What are you doing here?
I'm building a ship because I want to get out of here as fast as I can. But the way it looks right now, this ship will never be finished.
Do you really?
Why are you in such a hurry?
Soon the orcs will come and burn down the city.
What makes you think that?
Boy, have you noticed the paladins running around? I tell you, they're here because...
Nobody ever asked.
Can I help you some?
Yes, you can. Find out what the... And I have to know if the orcs will attack. One of the bastards was even seen outside. Just bring me all... I need to know how much...
I'd have gone about it differently.
Why can't...
Oh, we have thousands of problems. The hull still isn't stable, and it's still missing a lot of... But I have hardly any gold left to buy new material with. My boys don't work productively. One wants a fast ship above all else, as if we didn't have... Also, one of my people is simply not showing up for work anymore.
You're one...
Yes, his name is... That lazy pig is probably living the high life.
As if I didn't have enough.
When was the...
He hasn't bothered to...
It's really not my problem.
I've heard that other people have gone missing too.
Just what I'm saying. Farum, the fisherman, told me something similar. I bet that the...
Where?
He's a fisherman. I think that his hut is near the provision store.
No, he insisted he knew better.
That's exactly what I said. You have to feel sorry for the poor.
How's your duty?
Oh, these boys swing their swords like farmers. But when I'm done with them, every single one of them will be a tough, hard bastard.
Can you also train me in sword fighting?
Lord Andre has ordered that we train but that's only true for combat training. Well, can you at least have...
I think so.
All right.
Where should I start with?
That's entirely... If you specialize in only one type of weapon, you automatically learn the other at the same time. If, for instance, you're good at fighting with one-handed swords, your two-handed skills will go up as well whenever you train. In that case, the training is more exhausting than if you train with both types of weapons. Just start and you'll soon see what...
What are the advantages?
Quite simple. With a one-handed weapon, you're fair. Two-handed weapons are more ponderous. You have to fight with foresight.
Let's begin.
Innos be with you, stranger.
I've got an important message for Lord Hagen.
Well, you stand before one of his men. What is this about?
It's about a sacred artifact, the Eye of Innos.
The Eye of Innos. I have never heard of it. If there truly is an artifact of this name, only the...
That's why I have to talk to...
Lord Hagen receives only paladins. It is beneath his dignity to waste his time with members of...
Why are you paladins in town?
The goals of our mission are... I can only tell you that there is no danger for... You need not worry.
I've come to collect the bounty for a criminal. I want to...
Good. I can well use every able... If you place yourself in the service of the paladins... However, I have my orders only to... My commander is afraid that he wants to limit... Therefore, you must...
Hey, you! What are you doing here?
I'm training the boys to use a...
Could you train?
No, but we can...
Hey, you. I have a proposition.
What do you want?
I want my old stall in the marketplace back, but she has had that spot long enough.
And what's my part?
I will give you a letter to stick in her pocket. Then you go to Andre and tell him that she lands in prison. You have 2 days to...
What's in it for me?
When I have the stall, you will get a weapon from me, and a damned good one.
No, I want no part of this.
That was the wrong...
Show me your...
Take your pick.
I've got to go.
Suit your...
That's not what I heard.
Show me...
Take your...
Who says things like that?
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
That's what I've always said.
He can't keep anything to himself.
I've got...
Suit you...
Everybody knows by now.
Hey, you! How's it?
You're not from around here, are you?
Where did you hang around?
In the woods, hunting scavenging. But I gave it up. These are dangerous.
Bosper said you used to...
Yes, I did. But he was... I told him how dangerous it's gotten. Well, anyway, he paid well.
Can you tell me anything?
Bosper had one of his boats. Some guy just waltzed into his... The thieves are getting more...
That's not what my husband thinks.
Can you teach...
I can teach you how to sneak...
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I don't believe that.
Where can I...
We had our camp outside, but I don't know what... There used to be two... My friend Trocon...
Go away, don't tell me that.
These are bad
Welcome,
times.
stranger. I'm afraid I'll have to but
You don't say.
Have you got a...
no, I already have an errand.
Better shut up.
Show...
He'd better shut up.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Hey, you!
I can't take care of
What do you...
I wouldn't know how that is.
Someone's gotta do the work.
I'm Zurus. Do you need an essence of healing or a...
Do you...
No, I either get him from the monastery. If you're interested in brewing potions, but he's too pig-headed to hire, he always passes me.
Where...
His chambers are in a tunnel near Herod's smithy.
That's what I've always
Where
said.
He always goes through the eastern city gate here. He once told me that just about everything grows...
Show me...
And he works all day, too.
Who says things like that?
Has Constant...
I once heard him say that the stuff grows near Lobart's farm. That's a farm near the other gate.
Really?
There's one, I think it's on a hill.
Someone's got to do the work.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
How's business?
When the paladins came, but they let Herod make their weapons. And not moreover, the farmers no longer supply. It's only a small consolation that the
Someone's got to do the work.
What's the...
They refuse to deliver their... Now that the ships no longer come in, the city depends entirely on the supplies provided by an owner. The largest farmer has hired mercenaries to protect his farm from the city guards. But the mercenaries don't just guard owners. They come as far as the small farms outside of town to intimidate the farmers. I saw them as I was passing Akil's farm. I wouldn't...
Go away, don't tell
Where will...
If you go out of the east gate here and follow the road, it leads up to... But I wouldn't go there now.
Show me...
Honestly, I witnessed it myself.
You don't say.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
These are bad times.
What can I do? Do you want to direct?
I won't tell her a thing for now.
I've come...
That's good. That's good.
Actually, I wanted your blessing so I can...
But my son, without them, how else can I be...
Now that's typical, isn't it?
So, how much does a donation...
Well... You have more than 100 gold pieces. The church accepts your... I bless you in the name of Innos.
Where do you...
I come from the monastery of... We accept...
That's an open secret.
Tell me...
We instruct our students in... We are also...
That's not what I heard.
What do you...
I have discussions with the particularly...
Everybody knows.
Tell me...
Innos are all... He chooses humans to be... We act in his name.
works all day.
Innos be with you, stranger. If you're looking for a good solution, I'm warning you. If you're planning on helping yourself...
Just a moment.
Bah! You won't be...
Somebody stole from you.
I can't prove it. The fellow was damn clever. Introduced himself as Ringaroo. He's been hanging around the marketplace the last few days, and every evening he gets plastered at the beer stand down the street. I only looked away for a moment.
Really? How interesting.
I could get your gold.
Oh? And why would you...
Really, how interesting.
I want part first, see if you can get my purse back.
He can't keep anything.
What did... The guards only respond, and when I noticed my purse was...
That's what I've always said.
How much? 50 gold pieces.
That's an open secret.
I'll see what I can do.
Be careful. If you just knock the bastard down. Lately, things have been getting really tough here, so think of something.
I shall.
Really, how interesting.
Show me.
And he works all day, too.
You don't say.
You don't say.
Really, how interesting.
I don't believe that.
But that's terrible.
One more.
Listen, kid, we're talking.
If I hadn't seen it with my
I am Hakon. Every man should carry a weapon.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Tell me.
It's gotten too because of the bandits. For even the animals don't. They're venturing.
He simply talks too much.
What do you know about the disappearances?
I have seen many pass. Some of those who came I had never seen before. But what happened the other day? There was this fellow who came here. I think he claimed that he knew how to get into one of the city towers. I haven't seen him since. I reported this to the militia, but Lord Andre had no idea.
What do you know?
What do I know about? And I'm not the only one. The militia tried to track them down.
Who says things like that?
Do you know who?
The fellow's name is Pablo.
Do you know where I can?
He patrols around the city.
You don't say.
I'll deal.
What? You want to take?
How much is the matter?
That's a ding. Well, it's all right with me.
He simply talks too much.
Where did?
Near Akhil's farm. After a while, you'll get to a few.
Show.
That's not what I heard.
Someone's got to do the work.
That's not what I heard.
That's what I've always said.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
And Adanos was pleased with what had arisen.
Can I get it?
If you have gold.
And how's?
Don't remind me. Hardly anybody comes here now.
What's wrong with?
Some of those, well, take that Valentine. But I can't pick what little I had managed.
You've been.
Yep, some time ago. I wasn't gone long from behind the counter. I went to see the militia about it. But they couldn't find a thing.
Tell me.
I heard that a lot of them went missing down by the harbor. Even Thorben, the carpenter, and the Hakon, one of them. He said that there was this fella that he used to bump into. Townspeople all pretty much. Corinthus is a rough city. Those who don't stay within the city.
And the human became his subject.
What is it with this?
He's filthy rich and has no need. Whether you want to hear it, he drinks a lot and always stays until the end. And it's the same.
Show me.
And Beliar spoke to another creature, but Adanos brought forth the tide, and the creature was washed from the face of the earth. But with it, the trees and animals were also due to the general situation.
What do you?
They've all come from that blasted mining. Some are holed up in the mountains, and others have. But it's the bandits outside of. They're the reason that none of the merchants.
Where did the bandits?
We picked them up near the. But they didn't look like. I think they're part of a smaller group. But if you intend to go there, let me warn you.
I'll remember that. What do you know about the bandits who?
Oh, that, as far as we know, those rats have crawled into their holes, and once we were able to track them down and follow them.
but we brought... There's too many beasts roaming around, but there's one more. A few of the stolen goods have shown up.
This means that they know how they can smuggle the...
Yeah, we suspect they have a fence in the city. If you find out anything about the business, remember Lord...
How strange. Well, great Alan. Welcome, friend.
Who are you?
My name is Abu Jin.
Can you...
My services...
How much do you...
For a poultry. But remember...
What kind of tobacco?
My pipes help your...
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the
Hey.
explicit order of the Honorable Lord
Hey,
Hagen,
yeah,
as long
the
as the
following
Paladins
decree
don't
is
have any
hereby
new assignment.
enacted.
You're working
the
for the-
security measures for the
Yeah.
protection of the upper quarter will be further strengthened.
How are
the
No
guards
reason
on the
to
gates
worry.
are
Go
ordered
home
to
and-
interpret the law in the strictest
Would you
sense
like an-
in order to prevent unauthorized entry.
You were about to say something...
Oh, yeah, right. They're stuck in the, not even a...
What...
I'm a novice from the monastery. I have provided the 3 in...
Who are...
One of them is the good man here behind. Then there is Karagon, who has his tavern on the Temple Square.
What can...
We novices, we serve...
Don't bother me, I'm on duty.
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
Well, what have we here?
Have you no manners? That's Oh, is this filthy rat? But I suppose no one would miss a... Well, if you
But the
had as
light
much gold
was a
as I do,
torment
you
for
wouldn't
Belial.
I see I'm gonna have lots
All
of
that
fun with
Enos
you.
created was destroyed by Beliar.
I asked you who...
I am Valentino, poor in cares, rich in wisdom and
Adonos
gold,
saw
and the
that
women
this
throw
way
themselves. If you have
nothing
problems,
could
keep...
exist at all. No light and
Do you
no
have anything
darkness.
else to tell me?
Make yourself popular, never promise anything to anyone, take what
And
you can,
so
and watch
he
out that
set
you don't get
himself
into a war with
between
jealous
his
husbands,
brothers
of course.
in order to reconcile their dispute, and he did not succeed.
Looks like I'm...
Doesn't matter to me. Thrash me all you... But you'll have to run around with them.
There, where Adonos stood, was a place in which Enos and Beliar had no power.
I'll never get this open without the right key.
Order and chaos
Really didn't deserve that.
and so the sea.
Hey!
What do you want, stranger? If you've come... My name is Greta. Ever since my husband...
And the sea were
Mateo sent me. You still owe him some gold.
He wants his money? What for? The goods he delivered were flawed, bad fabric, and bad seams. And did you look at the colors? Let me tell you, back when my husband was alive, he wouldn't have dared to... Such a good man he was. Handsome. Sometimes we were even invited to high society events. The fine dining and civilized conversations. Everything was better back then. No one would have dared to... Ridiculous claims. People must from his... Most people love. May innocent is after the last bit of my... Such a good man he was. Sometimes we're at the fine dining.
I'm not touching that.
Ridiculous people must from his most love may in is after the last.
I hardly know what to believe.
Peep from.
Cut it out. Where's the gold?
But I don't have the gold. I'm only a poor widow.
The first I've heard of it.
He doesn't see that.
Then we'll simply sell a few of your togs. I'm sure you've still got a bunch of stuff in your closet.
How dare you, uncouth lout!
See, that wasn't...
And now, will you please...
Why won't they listen to me?
I'm not telling you anything new.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Nothing surprising.
Here's your 100 gold piece.
And? Did she...
None...
Good.
There's nothing you can do about it.
I've got my own opinion about that.
That was obvious all along.
Isn't it?
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
That's not what I heard.
You really didn't deserve that.
And the human slew the beast, and it entered into Beliar's realm.
That's not what my husband thinks. Now that's typical, isn't it?
Jorah says you've got his money.
Damn it! I'm out of here!
I won't tell her a thing.
Gotcha. You stole from Jorah in broad, so I've come to tell you that you're a lousy You had better have...
Here's the door!
I should turn you in.
What else do you want?
Get lost and don't show your face around here again.
Oh,
That's typical, isn't it?
That's really not my...
These are bad times.
It's a bad business. Nothing surprising me anymore. Nobody will let anything really be. It's not what I heard.
Hey, you!
Too much.
Why?
For days now, the rafters have been crumbling away ever since we had those...
It's gonna get even worse.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Who says things like that?
Boy, that lunatic's ham...
Who are you talking about?
Can't you hear that hammering? Who do you think? I mean that lunatic felon.
I could take care of...
You want to help me?
You tell me.
Oh, that's how it is. But I'll tell you one thing right now. You can't talk to...
I'll see what I can...
You can think about it.
Are those your...
The only one that belongs to me is the one that answers to the name of Lucy. That's my wife, Lucy. The sheep belong to the militia.
And how are...
Felon's hammering is going to drive them crazy.
Smart kid.
could use...
Who says things like that?
I'll give you...
Hey, that's very... Well,
just quit.
just try not to...
Stop that hammering.
Forget it, or I'll...
Don't tell this to
Hello?
Fine, just as... You'll regret this.
I haven't seen it.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there.
You can't keep innocent secrets.
You don't say.
Who says things like that?
He'd better shut up.
You can't keep it.
Don't you try that again.
Wait a minute.
Okay, so
Will you stop
No, don't hit me anymore. I'll...
Felon will...
Hear that? You've done me a huge...
I agree with you completely.
Tell me that isn't true.
I won't tell her a thing from now on. I can't take care of everything.
That's nothing.
Hey, I don't know you.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I... Since you're new here, now that's your entrance.
Do you really think?
Let's find out what the militia thinks of that.
The militia, this here is the harbor district. At the most, they go to the Red Land.
Forget it. You won't...
Then I'll take it.
I wouldn't have done that.
Stop right there, you lowlife! So, I've got you after all.
And...
Yeah, let him have it.
And yeah, that's the ticket.
Slug him!
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah, let him have it.
Slug him! Slug him!
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Not bad.
Hardly know who to believe.
So, I've got you after all.
And...
Slug him.
Hit him! Hit him!
Slug him.
Not bad.
So, I've got you.
They're smashing each other's...
Ah, a fight. Not bad.
That's been known a long...
Put down that weapon! Oh! They're smashing each other's skulls!
Hit him!
Slug him.
Not bad. I never knew that.
Put down that weapon!
Slug him. That hit the spot.
Put...
Hit him!
Not bad.
Slug him. Slug him.
Hit him!
Yeah, let him have it. Yeah, let him have it.
Ah, a fight.
Yeah, let him have it. Yeah, let him have it.
Not bad at all.
Do you really believe that?
And now... Slug him.
Not bad. You listen to the wrong people.
Slug him. Slug him.
A fight.
Slug him.
Yeah, let him have it.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Ah, a fight. Not bad.
Is it really true? Ah, a
They're
fight?
smashing each other!
I'm not telling you anything new. Hit him!
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah, let him have it. Yeah, let him have it.
Ah. Not bad. Ah.
Yeah, let him have it.
Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah, let him have it.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
see about that.
All right, you win. What do you want?
You know your way about the harbor, don't you?
Sure thing.
What kind?
Around here,
Why don't?
they don't dare come in.
How's the?
The only ship it's over.
Who said that?
I'm not telling you anything new.
That'll only cause more trouble.
How are things?
If you want something to drink.
I agree with you completely.
I bet you.
So what's that?
I've always got an open.
Have you got your purse open? Every piece of it.
Do you really believe that?
All right.
You struck a good bargain.
I need.
I'm no better off myself.
He should have known.
What do you know?
All I know is it's especially bad down here at the harbor. There were some cases in the lower. If you want to know more, he has his tavern in the lower part of Halvor, the fish merchant down by the quay.
Do you really think? Myself.
Hey, I haven't got time to chat with you.
He insisted he knew better. Is it really true?
You don't say.
And Enos, in his wisdom, did so.
Someone's gonna do the work.
These are bad times.
Someone's gonna do the work.
About.
Yes, how's it going?
Someone's
He got away.
And what about my gold?
Go away, don't tell me.
Here's the 50 gold piece.
Enos be praised.
Really? How interesting.
I want part of the.
If it's gold you want, then hunt down the thieves and collect the bounty from Lord Andre. Now, I must get back.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Honestly, I would risk it myself.
Really? How interesting.
Someone's got to do the work.
Everybody knows.
You didn't get that from me.
You just have to listen.
But Adonos feared for the day in which the beast would return to the land.
What do you want?
And so he bade Enos leave a part of his power in
I'm looking to.
Really?
so that he might restore it to the human if the beast should return.
I want to.
You have come. As far as.
Enos, in his wisdom, did
I'm in need.
Why? Are you injured?
Yes.
Go to Vatras then. He'll patch you up all right. And stop bleeding over my floor, please.
But the light was a torment for Belial. All that Enos created was destroyed.
That's an open secret.
Those are all just rumors.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
It can't go on like this forever.
He never would have thought of that himself.
That's not what my husband said.
That's not what I heard.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
Don't tell this to
Say that
anyone.
myself.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
I could tell.
says things like...
Been there, done that.
He says things like that from now on.
He didn't get that from me.
Hey!
But no.
Okay, let's go.
I cannot leave here until we know more about...
Tell this to anyone.
It's really not my problem.
I could have told you that before.
Let's begin.
Ah, customer, what?
I have a few. Tell me.
Corinus is one of the wealthiest cities within the kingdom, but since the Orc War started, trade is, which means that hardly nobody really knows.
Where can I?
The market is direct. There are a few more shops. Also, there's a fishmonger in the harbor district.
I'm looking.
Ah, you're in the right.
One of the paladins told me.
Yes, yeah. Just go up this. We still have one.
Who's staying here?
Almost all of them are traveling traders.
Aha.
Don't even think about messing with their stuff. I don't.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus. By the explicit order of the Honorable Lord Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. Due to the general situation, the forest and wilderness near the city are to be avoided for your own protection. Furthermore, any contact with the rebelling peasantry in the surrounding areas is
And the sea release the land.
Your niece had.
What? The brazen. Give it back to me. I have to.
I've already.
Damn. Oh well. A debt is a debt.
That's not what I heard.
You don't tell this to anyone. Go away. Don't tell me that. You don't say.
You don't say.
You don't say.
I want. What are you cooking there?
Oh, you can try it.
Could you?
I cook for every.
What can?
Most citizens in this town. But if you're looking for a place,
Aren't you afraid?
only valuable. Oh, so.
haven't I heard about this before? I never knew that.
Hey, do you need fish?
I believe everything you hear.
Show.
The virtue is long and rocky.
He listened to the wrong people.
But he knew that all along.
I could have told you that before.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
That was obvious.
You don't have to tell me that. The path of virtue is long and rocky.
Hey, you. You have no business up here.
What's up?
This is the provisions store. I am the provisions master, so keep your hands.
That was obvious.
Can you sell me?
You want to buy,
Does that happen often?
as long as the provisions.
I see.
I don't know why you get so worked up.
What do you have?
Then pay it.
You can't rely on me.
I have my own opinion about that.
Hey. You're a.
Now, how can't you don't take it personally?
Your buddy William has.
So he has. He should have stayed well away.
What bastards would those be?
I don't know who they are or what their business is here in Corinus. I only know the place where they met up. I just happened to see William. There's a bay opposite the harbor, north of here. You can only reach it by boat or swim. There's a beach there and a small fishing camp.
When did you last see him?
Only a few days.
What's he been up to?
William had some shit. I think it was all about contraband.
Maybe.
That's not very likely.
I think.
Spare yourself.
Trouble?
Those bastards keep coming. Last week, they made all. I know that every. And of course, but if they keep.
Have you.
Are you joking?
Maybe I can.
I don't know. The paladins will harm.
I shall see what. So.
I've seen better times.
For that is the will of Innos.
I couldn't care less. That's no secret.
He listened to the wrong people.
But that's terrible.
I won't tell her a thing from now on. Someone's got to do the work.
There you are at last. I've been waiting here for hours. Just a moment. You're not a merchant from town, are you? Where is Baltram?
Baltram? You're waiting for a merchant?
Smart kid, aren't you? That's what I just said, isn't it? That good-for-nothing junk merchant seems to have forgotten me. If only I could get my hands on him.
Who are you?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
Who?
Are you telling me you've never heard of Skip? Oh, I'm one of Corinnes's most wanted criminals. Come on.
But of course. It's all coming back to me now.
Honestly, you've really heard of me before. Oh, shit. And good thing the militia would have put me in.
Where do you...
You want to know where? If I tell you that, and in case you would like to pay, the island of Corinnes is large, and no one ever gets to where we are anyway. And then you'd have to find your way through the cliffs as well. Nobody. There are only 2 people who know the path.
I'll never get this open without the right key. Show me.
He never would have thought of that himself.
That's not what I heard. That's what I've heard.
Come back again later.
That's what I've always said.
So was obvious all along.
nothing about picking locks. I know nothing about picking locks. Hey, you! I've got some information.
Let's hear it.
They're stuck in the Valley of Mines. To be on the safe side.
Good. If you find...
What's...
The orcs are...
I only...
The biggest... To be...
He never would have thought of that himself. That doesn't surprise me.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I agree with you completely.
Don't tell this to anyone.
What do you...
But if you mean, what do...
You ring...
Every day, and right here, behind the warehouse in the harbor.
What are the...
Quite simple. All regular weapons are allowed. We fight until one of us drops. Whoever leaves the... the stake is 50 gold coins. Got it?
Yep. You...
It's only temporary. I was a drill instructor. Now I've whacked. So?
To whom?
I swapped it with a trader in the market. The guy's called Jorah. The torches and the bit of meat that he gave me are...
He isn't likely to give...
It's an old sword. He won't want much...
What do you...
There's not much to tell. The country people are... But there's just...
Can you...
If you really want to learn how to fight, then...
Hear ye,
I wanna... Do you have 50 gold?
By the explicit order of the Honorable
Then
Lord
go.
Hagen, the following decree is hereby enacted. From this moment onward,
Lord Andre will take the supreme command of our militia.
Hey, you!
All the citizens of this city who have martial skills at their disposal are herewith urged
What's-
to join
I wonder
the Royal
if they were...
Militia.
Someone's gonna do the work.
Hey!
Telling you anything new?
Who says things like that?
Everybody knows by now.
You should really have known better.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Show me.
You can't keep anything to yourself from now on.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
I'd have gone about it differently.
If I hadn't seen it myself almost too much.
Used to say that myself.
That's all just gossip.
Really, how interesting. I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Don't tell this to anyone.
And he works all day, too.
That's typical, isn't it?
It's not what I heard.
He works all day, too.
I want to.
Do you have
Here you are.
We have a new challenge. The bets are Are you ready?
Come here.
Then let's see.
Slug him!
Hit him!
Slug him!
Hit him!
Slug him! That hit the spot.
Hear ye, inhabitants of Corinus.
My head.
By the explicit order of the Honorable
Hey.
Lord
Oh,
Hagen,
man.
the
I
following
see you already
decree is
took. You could have
hereby
waited until I
enacted.
gave it
The
to you. And
security
one more
measures
thing.
for the protection
The militia
of the
puts
upper border
everyone
will be further strengthened. The guards on the gates are ordered to interpret the law in the strictest sense in order to prevent
Listen to the wrong
unauthorized entry.
That's an open secret.
He'd better shut up.
It's not what I heard.
That was obvious.
He never would have thought of that.
Don't tell this to anyone.
I don't believe that.
Exactly what I said. Nothing you can do about it.
You just have to listen.
I agree with you completely.
He can't keep anything to himself.
But Enos beheld what Beliar had done, and he also bestrode the land and chose the human. And Enos spoke to him, and the human became his subject. And Enos came unto him.
Really? How interesting.
And he works all day, too.
But that's terrible. That's an open secret.
Another one of those things.
So much for you, filthy beast. Another one of those things. All right, so much for you, filthy beast. Another one of those things. All right, so much for you, filthy beast.
Nothing there. I've changed.
Wonderful.
I need you.
If it's absolutely necessary.
I'm being.
But I don't see any. Come here, you filthy beast. Come here, you filthy beast.
Another one of those things.
One less monster
All
around.
right, so much for you, filthy beast.
Come here, you filthy beast.
Another one of those things.
I don't believe that.
If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Everybody knows by now.
That's what I've always said.
That's an open secret.
You're doing business with pirates?
What? Who told you that?
That's not
I talked to one of them. He seems to be waiting for you in his bay.
What can you do? These are hard times.
I can't take care of everything for everyone.
Weren't you afraid of getting caught?
That could happen. You found out too, didn't you? But you'll keep your mouth shut, right?
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
I can't take care of
What is it you're trading?
I mostly supply them with food. And for that, they give me the finest rum that's to be had in Corinthus.
Everybody knows by now.
I won't tell her a thing.
I could take care of this deal for you.
That would be great. I cannot leave Corinthus at the moment. Here, take this package and tell Skip not to be so stingy with the rum this time. It should be at least 3 bottles.
Can't keep anything.
That was...
He'd better shut up.
From this moment onward, Lord Andre will take the supreme command of our militia. All the citizens of this city who have martial skills at their disposal are herewith urged to join.
I've got a pack.
What? He's scared shitless.
He says he wants 3
Ha ha! Wouldn't he like that? First he makes me here. Give him.
Nobody ever asks me.
What's new?
I wonder why, if they...
Really, how interesting.
tell this to anyone.
But with it, the trees and animals were also washed away, and a deep sadness overcame
Take care of everything for everybody.
These are bad times.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself. I haven't seen it with my own eyes.
I got the rum from Skip, but he gave me no more than 2 bottles.
Damn expensive, that. Who does he think he is? Well, give it here then. I can't give you much for it now. This here's gotta be enough.
And he works all day, too.
Everybody knows by now.
And it's gonna get even worse.
Show me your wares.
These are bad times.
Who says things like that?
Everybody knows by now.
Go away. Don't tell me that.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's what I've always said.
You don't say.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
And it's gonna get even worse.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
That's an open secret.
More, believe me.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adonis, and the wrath of the gods was with them.
It's not what I heard.
All right, give me.
You'll love it.
Is it really true? Nothing surprises me anymore.
Help me sign on as an.
Don't worry. The other masters will only hear.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
We can only wait and see.
Hey, you! How about.
As Vok,
Not yet.
then I don't know why you're at.
He never would have thought of that himself.
What?
Let's.
What?
An orc is a.
Looking at you, you might be right. Nevertheless, you have to prove to...
So, couldn't it be.
Hakon, the weapons dealer in the marketplace. The bastards are said to be roaming around. Those cowardly... Hunt the bastards down. Every...
Really didn't deserve that.
That doesn't surprise me.
I'm not touching that.
He never would have thought of that himself.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
Where did you pick that up then?
But there, where Adonis stood, was a place in which Enos and Beliar had no power.
This is gonna change.
Who says things like that?
Now that's typical, isn't it?
Don't tell this to anyone. He simply talks too much.
Nothing there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there. Plunder.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces. Yes! Run as fast as you can! You deserve that. I'm gonna rip you to pieces. You deserve that, lowlife!
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there. Nothing there, nothing to be had there.
You're in for it now. You're in for it now. So much for you, lowlife. You're in for it now. You're in for it now. You're in for it now.
And it's going to get even worse.
Go away. Don't tell me that. Go away. Don't tell me
And the sea released the land, and there arose all creatures, trees as well.
Don't tell me you didn't know that. I already thought as much.
About the wolfskins, I've got them. Here.
Great. I knew you would be suitable for this job. Here's the pay I promised you. And what do you think? Isn't this better work than banging away at swords all day or filling little bottles in a dusty chamber?
Will I get your approval to sign up with a different master?
I had hoped you would choose me, but if that's the way you want it...
Does that mean you'll vote for me?
If none of the other masters objects, yes. But you would certainly have made a good hunter.
Just like you said.
I've heard that someone stole from you.
Who told you that? Probably Bartok, huh? Didn't he have anything better to tell you?
I agree with you.
Oh, well, let me tell you, if I get hold of this bastard, he can say his prayers. I left the shop for only a moment. When I came back, I could only just see him leave, with my bow on his shoulder. I called the guards right away, but the lowlife ran towards the harbor, and they lost him there. I lit a bonfire under their asses then, and they those bumbling. I bet my bow is still in town somewhere. I inform when I get mine.
Show me your wares.
That's the first I've heard of it.
It's not what I heard.
I already thought as much.
Shall it be?
It's a bad business.
But the human and the beast waged war upon the land of Adonis. The wrath of the gods was
That doesn't
with them.
surprise me.
But he knew that all along.
That's been known a long time.
I've got the orc weapon you wanted.
Show me you did it after all. Good man. It's been a while since I've had a weapon like this in my hands. I was a soldier back in the Orc War. Those were tough times, I can tell you. I didn't think you could do it. I'm impressed.
When can I start as your apprentice?
We can really use a man around here who can beat an orc. As far as I'm concerned, you can start here right away. As for the other masters, good old Thorpen just wants you to get the blessing of the gods. I think that's a good idea. Bosper tried to talk me out of it. I had a brief but in the end, he, as usual, Constantine and Matteo says you brought him back. That means you have the approval of 4 masters. That's enough to be... Are you ready to...
I'm in.
Good. I'll teach you how to forge a decent sword. Besides that, it's time you got a bit stronger.
What are my tasks as an apprentice?
3 guesses.
Forge, and forge?
You aren't as dumb as you look. I pay per blade. If you don't work, there's no money. It's that simple. Furthermore, I'll teach you everything you need. Making magic blades is only if you need a place to sleep. You can bunk down.
Teach me how to...
It's quite simple, boy. Get a piece of raw, then you pound the blade in. Your first swords won't be It's quite simple, boy. Then you pound the...
I want to be...
Come back.
You've already come back. If
What with? Hey, you!
There you...
I want...
Then make some.
Teach me. I know nothing about picking locks. What with? Hey! What can
I can sell you some...
What with? Hey, you!
There you are.
Hey, you!
There you are.
Lousy weather.
Hey! Hey, you! Hey, you! Hey!
There you are.
I want...
Good. Fine.
Hey! What
I can sell you...
Nobody ever asked for my opinion.
You listen to the wrong people.
I've got my own opinion about
But the light was a torment for Beliar. All that Innos created was destroyed by Beliar. But Adonos saw that this way, nothing could exist at all. No light and no darkness.
That was no big deal.
so sure.
I've got no time for things like that.
Do you know? Yes. Well, you can. They've helped in return.
Where do...
Harad the smith. Now all he does. He works for those. All I can offer.
Harad... Oh? He'll give me his approval to be accepted as... Show... Show...
come back.
That's not what my husband thinks.
It's really not my
That's typical.
Nobody wants to know.
It can't go on like this forever.
It's all just gossip. You can't rely on it.
What with?
I already thought this little bit of change.
You can't rely on it. It had to happen sooner or later.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help it.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Someone's gonna do the work.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
He'd better shut up. I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Everybody knows by now.
You listen to the wrong people.
We can only wait to see.
Hey, you! What?
I can sell you.
That was obvious all along.
Where did you pick that up then?
It's not what I heard.
Where did you pick that up then?
And thus spake Adanos to his brothers, Never again shall you walk upon my land, for it is sacred.
Go away, don't tell me that.
He can't keep anything to himself.
Someone's got to do the work.
I want to join them.
So?
Yes.
Then talk to Lord Andre.
I'm ready to join the militia.
Then you are a citizen of Corinus?
The blacksmith has taken me on as an apprentice.
Herod?
I know him. He works for us. He's a good man. If he vouches for you, there's nothing standing in the way of your acceptance into the militia. You can join us if you wish, but your decision will be final. Once you wear the armor of the militia, you cannot simply take it off and no longer belong to us. Are you prepared to fight together with us for Innos and the king?
I'm ready.
Then so shall it be. Welcome to the militia. Here is your armor. Wear it with pride and dignity.
Can I finally see Lord Hagen now?
You are now in the service of the Paladins. They will let you in, but you had better have something important to say.
Don't worry, I do.
Remember that you are meeting the Chief Paladin. Behave yourself accordingly. You represent not only yourself now, but the entire militia.
Will I get a weapon too?
Of course. Peck usually takes care of that, but it'd find out where he's hiding and bring him here. And if you want to sleep, you can lie.
Have you gotten...
Lately, there's been an increase in the sale of swamp. We cannot allow this. Otherwise, everyone here will start smoking, and particularly now that there is a danger of a... I suspect that the mercenaries are behind.
What is there to do?
Mortis, one of our men, heard in the harbor inn that a package of swamp weed has arrived somewhere in the harbor district. Look around down there and bring me the package.
Will you...
Now you belong to the city guard. Now, I can take you into... We have come on a mission from King Robar. With the collapse of the barrier, the deliveries of ore have failed. Therefore, we are getting the ore and bringing it to the mainland. With the ore, we shall forge new weapons and drive the orcs back.
How's this?
Everything is under control. Carry out your assignment.
What do you want here?
What can you...
These are the Where do you want...
Thanks. I want...
All the cells are empty.
So, Lord I expect you to... Ruga will train you in the art of the crossbow, but the most important... I'll make a good...
Let's be...
Come back when you have...
Hey!
What do you...
Where's Peck?
You've just started with us. Peck's been in the city a really long time.
What do you know?
The last time I was in the Harbor Inn.
Who was the other?
No idea. But he said he'd found the best.
I want to...
Got it.
Furthermore, any contact with the rebelling peasantry in the surrounding areas is strictly forbidden.
Hey, Lord Andre is...
It's totally obvious.
You listen to the wrong people.
You don't have to ask me that.
I can't take care of everything for everybody.
Don't tell me you didn't know.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
That's not what I heard.
There are all kinds of rumors.
He He'd better shut up. Someone's got to do the work.
I couldn't care less.
Hey, it's time to hit the road.
What do you want? Damn it, your weapon.
Come on, Andre.
Damn. Okay, I'm coming up.
Hey, you.
I'm big.
That's not what I heard. Honestly, I witnessed it myself. I can't take care of anything for everybody.
Someone's got to do the work. He'd better shut up.
If it's talk,
I'll never get this open without the right key.
You don't have to ask me that.
Honestly, I witnessed it myself. That's an open secret.
That's the first I've heard of it. Is it really true?
Hey, you're not quite as stupid as you look.
That's nothing new.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Don't tell this to anyone.
Hey,
You had better shut
You don't say. That's not what I heard.
No.
I need it.
You better.
Don't tell this to anyone.
That's things like that.
What do you know about a package of swampweed?
Whoever owns such a package is a rich man, and probably a very relaxed man as well.
Don't try to fool me. You know something.
All right, all right. This fellow came to my tavern the other day. He said that he sold a package of swampweed at the harbor, but of course he was complete.
I never knew that.
That's not what my husband thinks.
That's an open secret.
Man, just leave.
Someone's gonna do the
I
work.
won't tell you a thing from now on.
Hey,
Don't tell me.
you're in the militia now. I'm gonna laugh myself. Only you could pull something. You won't blow the whistle on me about work.
But you know me.
That's nothing
Going to
new.
get even worse.
That's all just gossip.
Hey, you.
Let's wait and see what happens.
It's not what I heard.
Nobody ever asks me.
Hey, you.
You listen to the wrong people.
I know why the
Really?
The paladin. As soon as
Good. If you find...
Nobody will learn anything from me.
Hey, you got no...
Who are you?
That's none of your bit.
The boss.
Hey, the storeroom was under my...
I'll never get this open without the right key. I'll never get this open without the right key.
Hey, you still here? Now, I'll show you. Hey, now... Hey, now...
I've managed to track...
Yes, he's already back at his post and going...
He crossed my path in town.
All right. Then go to...
About...
Have you found it?
Not so far. I've come to get my...
Well, look who's here. You didn't tell Andre. It's the best that I... If you want a better weapon...
That's what I've always said. Who says things like that? Who says things like that?
That's the truth.
But Adenoth saw that order and chaos were now unequal, and he bade Enos
You have-
to
I've
take
told
his
you
divine
everything-
power from the human.
Put away
Stop this right now.
Oh my... Not bad.